The only difference was we didn't have to do payroll because as a LLC tax as a partnership, I set up a guaranteed payment
Yep.
that I could put on the tax return. Whereas if you go to LLC taxes and S corp, now you have to do a salary. You have to do your own payroll, and then you got to do the payroll returns and records. So that's the difference. That's why the LLC tax as a partnership was just you and another partner, and made it easier. But certain industries require the S corp, and that's why we made the switch for you.
Okay. And how would somebody know when it's time to switch from one entity to another? Or is that what it would be called, an entity? Because it would be LLC, partnership, S corp. What is that called?
It's called the tax structure.
Okay.
You are an entity. LLC is an entity. Now you're automatically taxed as a sole proprietor, which again, that's double taxes on the self-employment tax. Being a LLC tax as an S corp, you're going to save maybe half of that on payroll taxes. The good change is it's worth it when you're making, like I said, 100,000 and you're netting 80,000. Then it's cost efficient to make the switch because there's another return you have to do. You have to do a separate business return that passes through to your individual return. So you have two tax returns. If you don't make, if you're not in that income range, better off staying as a sole proprietor. Is just one tax return. It'll cost you a little bit more, but the cost benefits there don't really outweigh because you got to pay the accountant to do another tax return. So best to stay, depending on how your growth goes, best to stay as a sole proprietor, LLC, or when you're ready to make a switch.